Adventist, the manufacturer of Taxotere, is being investigated because it's believed that they had knowledge of the risk of permanent hair loss or baldness. Santa Fe Adventist failed to adequately warn chemotherapy patients of this risk, which
so it begins.
the option to choose other chemotherapy drugs that are just as effective in fighting the risk of
Hey, come on in.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. You can close the door behind you.
Yeah. Hey, how are you doing? Good. You're up and about. You look good. Sorry. You feeling pretty good?
Yeah, I'm walking.
She's even cooking.
Without the walker, and I picked chili yesterday, pumpkin soup today.
Oh, that's good on these cold days. But it's warm out there right now. I hope this cold weather's about ready to move out of here.
I do too. I think today's the last day.
I tell you, these power bills are going up. Ooh, awful.
Well, actually, we just paid some on her daughters, and before you leave, we need to get you to go help her too.
She's already applied.
Well, this is not welfare. This is social services, John. She's not welfare. No, it ain't.
Well, I mean, I work in the same department. I don't do the
You're not
energy
well, yeah.
assistance or food stamps and things like that. But it's all one big section and everything.
Well,
So.
she needs more than, yeah, because they're about to get kicked out of their home, and she's got a child, and they're going, I mean, we paid the power bill yesterday. I mean, we didn't pay the whole thing. We paid some on it. And, you know, there's a child in danger and all that. So we got the information for you. So now, do we get a report on your progress as you invest?
No, I'll do like a final visit and just tell you that we're closing it and everything. I mean, I can't.
Well, I'm talking about on her. Since we're going to be the reporters, to report the stuff to you for you to
Well, you
investigate.
can call our office on that. Are you wanting to make like a child protective service report?
Not necessarily, but he is endangered because she's an alcoholic. She has severe mental problems, but she's near getting kicked out of her because she came in here. You asked if we had food, heat. She doesn't necessarily have food for him.
She does now. She got food.
With its patented design,
But, you know, her power bill, she may not have power for him, and she's way behind on her rent, too, so.
Well, now on the power thing, she can come in our office. They're doing
She doesn't
those.
have transportation.
Oh, she don't.
Nope. Her car's out there, it's in her name, and she couldn't pay on it, and we couldn't pay the. We're paying the car payments because it's in her name, but we dropped the insurance because it's, you know.
My suggestion with that information, just call our office and if you want to make a report, then do it with the intake worker and just call the main office number.
Okay.
And because there'll be somebody there to take that information and.
Would you have another card by any chance?
Would I have another card?
Yes.
Yeah, I can write our main number on the back of it.
That'll work.
And that would be the number to call.
Okay. Well, we'll do that then. I figure we could just report it to you, and since you're a social worker, you would want to help. I mean,
Well,
you would
I do, but
go through the steps, proper
I'm just
steps.
saying, if you'll just call,
I understand.
somebody would be glad to take that.
Go through the proper steps.
So main number.
Okay.
Would they actually go out there?
Well, it depends on whether they screen it in, you know. And I'm not over the Child Protective Service unit. There's a supervisor for that. They'll take the information and then it'll go to the supervisor, and then he'll make the decision of whether to screen it in based upon the laws of North Carolina.
Wow, they must have been
So
something serious
that would
reported
be
about
the,
us.
that would be the way to go if that's what you know want to do and everything. But
I was asking, I think you misunderstood me.
oh,
Would they go out there
To take
and,
advantage
because
of
she
this
doesn't
limited
have
time offer.
transportation, and I can't drive, I block the site, and the sign hasn't adjusted yet.
4210. No.
And, of course, you know I'm on the radio.
Well, basically, she said, if I understand, they'll screen it in, and if they take it, they will go out there.
Yeah, but would would they go out there and take the paperwork and help me for in it for like
They possibly could. I can't speak for the.
Do you ever do that?
Huh?
Do you ever do that?
What's that?
Take the paper of somebody like there was a child here endangered and they needed help. Would you bring the paperwork and all that stuff?
There's a possibility
Okay.
they could do that. I'm not going to speak for them and say yes or no. There's a possibility.
Okay.
Now we have Macon Area Transit. I don't know if she's able to access transit.
She's on, if you know Bryson City Highway or Bryson City Road, she's on that.
Okay.
So yeah, she could get it. She's got severe mental problems. I mean, she's owed like $8,000 in back child support. She's
What's
too
her
scared.
name?
Debbie Rutledge.
Robuck.
I thought you said it was Rutledge, Joan.
It's Robuck, Rutledge. She took Rutledge back and she
Well, then her name's Debbie Rutledge. She's owed $8,000 in child support, but she's too scared to get it applied. She's too scared to get it. The court awarded it to her, and she's getting close to getting kicked out of her home. And her,
he's not paying nothing.
I'm sorry, what?
I said he's not paying nothing.
Oh, he ain't paid a cent for her, for what I know.
Well, they need to. That's another thing. They, our child support enforcement agents, they could probably get that in. Do what they need to do if she's not.
She said she needs to prove to y'all she's divorced first. She's got severe, I'm telling you, she's got severe, she's the one that called you about this.
Do what?
She said she needs her divorce papers.
Again, I can't speak for child support. I don't know what they need. And there are, people in our office that do the child support enforcement and everything. So, obviously, she needs child support. She needs to talk to somebody about that.
Well, we took her down there and she didn't want us to go in with her.
We wanted to sit in the office to make sure she asked for this because we don't know if she's still in love with her ex-husband. I mean, the son's the one suffering because the child support goes to him.
How old's the child?
He's a good kid.
Well, just get in touch with those folks and,
Okay.
But you're getting all your medical needs met and you're doing pretty good and feeling
I
good.
only have two more visits on my cancer and I'll be discharged. So
Now, what was the original complaint against us?
What?
Yes.
Well, I think on one occasion, I don't know if you needed to go to the hospital and didn't, or maybe you didn't take her, and,
I refuse to go.
Okay.
Again,
You have a right to do that.
I was about to say again, can I force her to go when she doesn't want to go?
If you're in your right mind and you understand what can happen,
Well, she's never in her right mind. I'm kidding. She was loose.
That's what we ask people like.
She was lucid. She was sick. I thought she should go get checked. But we believe this same girl, Debbie Rutledge, tried to murder Joan. We think Joan isn't completely sure. It's a very complicated story. I was going over and helping her, giving her money and stuff. Anyway, I went over there one time. I was like, because I'm in no hurry to get over there. I was like 3 hours late. She put some spaghetti in the car. Said, give this to Joan, make sure she eats it. I, of course, didn't trust it from the get-go. On the way home, I threw it away. I got us some other food somewhere, some restaurant. Anyway, after she got sick, I learned that her and Debbie talked on the phone, and Debbie had insisted Joan eat. Yeah, let me turn that down.
Oh no, you're fine.
Debbie had insisted Joan eat the spaghetti. Joan said, "Don't send that up here." And anyway,
But you got an upset stomach if you don't want spaghetti.
Well, she don't want to eat what Debbie cooks anyway. But beside the point, I threw it away before I got home. Then, soon after that, she got sick, and Debbie thought she was dying. And so we believe that she poisoned spaghetti because they didn't know we were married. We were married last year. They didn't know we were married. So we believe that they were trying to kill Joan before we got married so they could inherit this place. Well, Joan's not completely sure. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I didn't bring the spaghetti. I just suspected. But one of the points is I was like 3 hours late because I wouldn't know her to get to Debbie's. Getting there, and we know that's salesman.
Hello. Hey.
Oh, it's
I'm
Penny.
here talking to a lady right now. Can I call you back? Okay. 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 Love you too. Bye.
Anyway, although I was about 3 hours late, she kept the spaghetti warm. And that's just not, that seems a little unusual. Now, I didn't know that she had talked to Joan before I went over there. Well, anyway, I suspect the spaghetti was poisoned. And then her think, oh, Joan was sick. There's no doubt about that. But they thought she was dying. And I just put two and two together. I mean, I talked to Joan after that about spaghetti, and she said, well, Debbie and I talked about that before you left, and she insisted that I eat it. She wouldn't take no for an answer. And this, I mean, she was on disability. Well, she's been on disability, or disability ran out a few months ago for severe mental, I mean, she's severely bipolar. And she's assaulted Joan before. Joan thinks she has a grudge against her, and her husband was killed when Debbie was a child, and she got Social Security, and Debbie thought that she should get the Social Security. Debbie thought that she should be the one that got her Social Security check when she was a child.
She was 8 months old.
Well, I know she didn't want to check at 8 months, but it's like she's applied for Social Security now. She's probably going to get like $1,600 a month, and her son's probably going to get $1,600 a month. But my point is she going to give Wyatt that $1,600 check every month because she thought, well, anyway, that's the story. But this is the woman that needs your help. So
Well, she needs everybody. She needs help.
she needs a lot of help.
She needs help getting her light bill paid. I mean,
We've been buying her beer and
and I've been paying on her car and paying and helping and buying, doing everything I can.
You don't know anybody that wants a VWB bug, by the way, do you? Okay. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
I can't keep doing it. I told her. I said I can't keep doing it.
We ain't got the money.
I had to pull the car because it's in my name and the insurance on it was $1,300.
Yep.
And she let the plate go dead.
Yep.
Which is a big fine to have it back on. And
She's wrecked it. She smoked cigarettes in it when she wasn't supposed to. I mean, and her son has asthma, and she smokes in the trailer around him. I mean, and she's obviously smoked in the VW around him, and he's got asthma, and so she was getting, when she first moved, lived here. When she first moved here, she got $4,000 a month, and all that was gone. All she paid was the car payment and insurance, which was probably $500 a month at the most, and all that was gone. Then it went down to $2,000 a month up until like 2 or 3 months ago, and all that was gone. I suspect she's on some sort of drug, cause it's not like. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't think she's on.
Where do you think the money went, John?
I don't know, but I'm saying I don't.
Where can $2,000, $3,000 a month go, if not drugs?
Well, I came to check on you and see how you were doing, and you seem to be doing good. You're satisfied with everything and getting through these last 2 appointments. I'm sure you'll be happy about that.
Yes.
Well, good. When's your next treatment?
It's Monday.
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like once a week or?
Once every 3 weeks.
Once every 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But March the 18th it ends.
You sure it's March 18th? I thought that you was going to have like 2 this month.
I have.
But I thought you only had 2 more.
Well, I'll have 3.
Okay, well maybe 3. She missed that Friday. She did miss an appointment, and yeah, I was here to take her. I was ready to go. She didn't want to go to the cancer
I
appointment.
was too sick. I was
I know you were sick.
And if you're throwing up, you don't.
But that was actually the day you came, I believe, or was it? Or did she come after that?
Or something. But anyway, Windie saw it and she thought it was blood in it, and it wasn't.
Now, who's Windie?
My daughter.
Oh,
the other
okay.
daughter.
Okay.
And that was my other daughter in Atlanta.
So you have how many children?
3
Okay.
girls.
All girls.
Yes.
And how many live here in Franklin?
2.
Just 2. Okay. Well, I just wanted to come up and check on you. Thanks for letting me come up. And you take care. Like I say, I'll try to get this wrapped up and not bother you, and may call you again, or, you know, just call you on the phone and let you know that either we're closing it or whatever when I finish up everything. So I've got other things going on too, so.
So we'll get a report.
Well, you know.
Well, I'll just, you don't get a report. I just call or come by one final time and say, we've closed it. You know, there's
Oh, you're coming back?
Huh?
You coming back?
I'll try to get this finished up. I think I may have next week, and I should get it finished up. So if it's better if I just give y'all a call, then I can do that and say, you know.
But the original report was that I wasn't taking her to her medical appointments, and she was kind of being held, I mean, for lack of a better term, held hostage. And she should have went to the hospital, and I was denying her treatment.
Well, like I say, we just have to come and address the concern. So,
Okay.
you know, I just wanted to come and check on you, and I appreciate you letting me come up.
But you do y'all do investigate like this stuff that's where, whites. If she got her child support, she'd be able to pay her rent and power bill, and, getting food stamps that feeds them, but, if they don't have power, they probably can't cook very well. But anyway, I'll call.
Yeah.
I'll call.
You pass on your concerns to our intake worker, and then it'll go to the supervisor.
So you don't never take reports in person?
Well, we can. I'm not saying that we don't, but it might be better if you.
There's all the information if you want to just hand it in, and we'll call too.
Okay.
That's her
take
that's
it
her
in.
address and the basic concerns. But yeah, she has severe mental problems. She needs some help. The child's kind of endangered. Well, the child support's supposed to go to him and to help him out. Yeah, it goes through her. She's the adult, but for him to be sitting there maybe without power.
Do you have the child's name?
Wyatt, W-Y-A-T-T. Oh, put that on there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought I stepped on your foot. Are you filming me?
Yeah. Yep. When I can, I film all government officials. I've studied law, and I know what can go wrong. Wyatt Rutledge or
Robuck.
So he's still got his father's name. Okay, Wyatt Robuck.
She gave him a choice, and he said, "Well, my father."
Child is Wyatt Robuck.
He's
There you go.
good. He's an honest student.
He's a great kid.
Okay. I'll hand it to our intake worker, but I would suggest
I
you
will call.
calling, and if you have further information, because they may ask you some more
I'll
questions.
wait till Monday,
okay?
so she gets that, and I'll wait till Monday and give her a call, and maybe Tuesday, because we got the appointment's like 12. Usually our appointment's at 2 p.m. because we like the afternoons, but it's like 12:30 or something, ain't it? 1:30. I think it's 12:30, but we'll look. But yeah, Wyatt's a good kid, and and I hate it that Debbie's like this. She's the one that we think tried to murder Joan. Or I think. I'm sorry. I think.
Yeah, they'll probably want to have more information than this.
I'll
to
give it
take,
all.
To take the report and everything. Or
All I
to,
got.
To add to the report is what I'm saying.
Yep. Basically that's it though. She needs money. Which obviously she goes through money, getting $4,000 a month in disability. That's a lot of money to me. And for her to just, and then she got like $20,000 in, what do you call it, profit sharing with her company. Last year on top of the $2,000, and that was all gone before the end of last year. So she don't think she's on drugs, but she's buying, and it's not a bunch of clothes, it's not a bunch of furniture, TVs, etc. she doesn't have like merchandise piled up to show for the money she spent. So I think it's going in meth or
Okay.
some kind of drug.
That's what the intake worker, or,
Well, I don't know
I
though.
would suggest you call them.
I don't know what she's doing with
And
the
I will
money.
give this
I
to
want
our
to
supervisor.
explain the house in disarray that you said.
I'm moving in.
He's trying to move in.
Well, I am moving in. I ain't trying.
Well, he's moving in, and
I have an apartment in South Carolina too. So.
Your house is not in disarray.
Oh yes, it is. And as you can see, I got a bunch of tools out there under the garage and stuff. So it's
Thank you.
messy.
Thank you for letting me come up.
Well, thank you. You seem nice, and I'm sorry I copped an attitude last week, but you got to understand that to report somebody to the social services is, first of all, not a pleasant thing, but they had caused a lot of trouble before you got here, so.
Well, it's just kind of embarrassing to have your children
Of course.
call the police, the neighbor, the social worker.
Well, and like I said before, I can't confirm or deny who the reporter is. I can't
Oh, we
disclose
know.
that information, so I'm not confirming or denying who the reporter is.
I understand that.
Okay, well, I'll go and let
Thank
y'all
you.
get back to your nice afternoon.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, after I filmed her, she took the information. I'm sorry if I kept interrupting you and said too much. I just had a lot to say to her. I'm sorry.